Alright, what's going on everybody? My name is the Black Link and welcome back to some Call of Duty Modern Warfare rebooted, restarted, whatever you want to call this new iteration of the Call of Duty franchise. We are back today playing in some of that Shoot House 24/7, brand new playlist. It dropped with the update last week, and let me go ahead and tell you, it is the only reason I have been back on this game at all. You know, it's been a little while since our last Call of Duty video where I gave basically a mini review of how I feel about Modern Warfare. I talked a lot about the issues going on with the game right now, a lot of the things that I really don't like and what I think is really going to be holding this game back from being the truly great Call of Duty that I know it could be. If you missed that video, I'll have a link to it down in the description box below, or you can go ahead and click the card in the upper right hand corner of the video. There'll be a link to it right there. But anyways, you know, I went on and on about some of the things that are wrong with Modern Warfare, and to be fair, in the week or so since that video, Infinity Ward has been hard at work fixing a lot of the stuff that I've been complaining about. Shoot, even as early as this morning, they had another update come out patching a few of the things that are, you know, still kind of plaguing the game. They've fixed stuff like the footsteps. They're much quieter now. We just had another update come out further lowering the sound of footsteps when you're crouching or when you're aim walking. They double and triple nerfed the 725 shotgun, which you guys saw me using in the last video, probably my favorite weapon in the game thus far. They also nerfed the M4 and have buffed a few other things like pistols and whatnot that were really underperforming. So they've done a lot of really good stuff. They've addressed a lot of some of the bigger problems with the game right now. In my opinion, the two biggest problems with the game, of course the maps and the skill-based matchmaking, have yet to see any real major changes, but we're making progress on that front too. They just had another update come out, like I said, this morning, where they at least changed up the worst map in the game, in my opinion, Piccadilly. The domination game mode, they've changed where B is located so that it's not smack dab in the middle of nowhere where you have, I don't know, about 9,000 different angles for shots. So you won't feel quite like a sitting duck on that map. So yeah, I'm really happy to see that Infinity Ward is taking this seriously. They are legitimately trying to make this game better. And some of those changes have been pretty tangible. The 725 got a nerf. It's still pretty darn good. You know, that one-shot kill range is still pretty impressive, but it's a far cry away from where it was at first. Claymores have gotten double bop down, making them much easier to deal with and much less prevalent in the game. Now all I'm really seeing is like the bouncing Betty proximity mines, which is fine. I'm way more okay with those than I was with Claymores because at least you can dodge those things. You can just go prone or crouch and you'll take less damage from them. But overall, Infinity Ward's not done a bad job of making some rapid changes over the last couple of weeks. This game's still got a lot to do though, because the maps, good lord, the maps still encourage so much camping. But that's why I'm so happy with what they've done. I have been playing Modern Warfare non-stop over the last couple of days, specifically because of this map. Shoot House and the Shoot House 24/7 playlist has basically turned my experience with Modern Warfare around. I have been having so much fun in this playlist. It's a 24/7 playlist on this one map where you bounce through a bunch of different game modes like Kill Confirm, Domination, TDM, and Headquarters. But the real gem here is the map itself. Shoot House is a small scale, especially in comparison to the other maps in this game. A small scale 3-lane map. It's a classic Call of Duty style map that's got decent flow, decent direction, and overall is just a chaotic mosh pit of nonsense. It's great. I'm loving it because everything is so kinetic in here. People are up and moving around. There's not a whole lot of camping. Although there are a few spots that you can kind of, camp things out. The second floor building you can sit in, although thankfully, the windows in there allow you to fire rockets and throw grenades to your heart's content, so it's not too hard to get people out of that spot. But it's a nice, easy flowing map that allows me to do what I love, rush around and gun people down. That's what you're going to be seeing in this gameplay here, playing a little bit of the Headquarters game mode, completely ignoring the OBJ. Yeah, that's your boy right there. I'm that dude running around with the P90, ignoring the Headquarters and just killing everything in sight. Yeah, I know I'm a scumbag, but hey, man, I'm doing my job. It's your job to go capture the headquarters of the hardpoint or whatever they want to call it in this game. It's my job to stack up those kill streaks and make sure the enemies stay off of you. So we all work together like that, right? It's a beautiful symbiotic system of scumbaggery, and honestly, I have been having so much fun playing this Shoot House 24/7 game mode. It's really kind of mind-boggling how different this game feels when people are actually up and running around, actually rushing and moving and not just sitting, surrounding themselves with claymores and all kinds of silly things. So I've really been having a lot of fun in here. Although, of course, it's still pretty far from perfect. The matchmaking is still super thick with the skill-based algorithm here. It feels like every game now I'm running up against level 100 plus sweats who are completely decked out with maxed out weapons and whatnot, trying to farm them up some newts, but at the very least I can tolerate it in this. It's so much better than having to duck walk my way across a 20-mile battlefield like Ania Palace or whatever that map is called, only to immediately be wasted by somebody 50 meters away in a window hard scoping a lane. I'll at least take a map that encourages people to get off their bums and run around. But honestly, it kind of, when I think about it, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I really am. I'm really enjoying the Shoot House 24/7 playlist and the Shoot House map. It's a mess, but it's a fun mess. But it also still kind of makes me sad because this is the only map I can genuinely say that I enjoy in normal PvP game modes. So it's not like the rest of Modern Warfare, at least the multiplayer in Modern Warfare has been saved by some of the changes that Infinity Ward has made thus far, because of course the maps are still way too big, there's still crazy spawns all over the place, the matchmaking is still all out of control. It's literally just this one playlist that has been the saving grace for me over the past week. And I really do hope that changes. I know Infinity Ward has been speaking out saying they're taking in community feedback and they're trying to make changes, and I'm happy to hear that. They've addressed stuff like maps, they've addressed stuff like claymores, and a lot of the other camping and stuff that's been going on right now. But one of the things they haven't really mentioned, of course, is matchmaking. These devs always seem to be pretty shy-footed when it comes to talking about their matchmaking algorithms. Everybody by now has seen that Game Informer or whatever it was interview with some of the Infinity Ward devs, where they talked about wanting to create and maintain safe spaces for new players. Can you imagine that? Safe spaces for new players in Call of Duty. I mean, come on now, I didn't realize Call of Duty, the wargaming arcade shooting first-person shooter, was a 2019 college campus, complete with emotional support sweats, complimentary G Fuel, and an easy access participation trophy nuke for everybody who plays. I have feelings about that sort of statement. And I mean, look, I get it. You're a new player, you don't want to be dropped into a lobby with the max player sweats who've been playing this 20 hours a day for the past week and a half. I get that, and I do think there should be some at least early game protections for accounts that are beneath maybe level 15. So that they can at least level up a little bit. It doesn't take that long to get to level 15, just a couple of matches so they can learn the flow of some of these maps, learn how to use some of their weapons, and then drop them into the greater player pool. You know, where connection, ping should be king. The matchmaking algorithm as it is right now is just such a sweat fest that outside of this Shoot House 24/7 playlist, and even sometimes inside of it, every single game just comes down to who is sweating harder. And that in and of itself isn't really that fun to me. You guys know I've had major problems with that sort of matchmaking and stuff like Destiny and whatnot, but it's more than just a complaint about having to sweat your butt off every single game. It also takes into account connection, because when you take skill over connection in your algorithm, when I'm having to play people off in Guatemala for some reason, just because I dared have above a 1.0 KD, which believe you boy, is kinda difficult, at least was kinda difficult in Modern Warfare in the first couple of weeks of this game. That's just not a good player experience. When I'm fighting Juan Carlos, who's warping all over the battlefield because he's got a ping above 500, and believe me, I've seen some crazy high pings in this game. You're not creating or preserving a safe space for anybody. You're just creating a frustrating to play experience that makes me want to just turn it off and go play something else. So please, devs, you want to have a skill-based matchmaking algorithm, make a ranked league mode, and leave connection, ping as king in everything else. If you want your game to survive, that's one of the biggest things you're going to need to do. But at the very least, this Shoot House playlist is where I live. Forever tearing folks up with that P90. And it feels good. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is it for this one. I just want to take a little bit of time to talk about what I've been doing in Modern Warfare. This has definitely been the game that I relax on over the past couple of days. As long as this Shoot House 24/7 playlist is in here, I'm going to be playing this game. And I swear, the moment they take it away, I'm probably going to cry. But I'm out for now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. And if you want to support the channel, why not become a member? It'll get you access to special channel emotes as well as a few other goodies. And the memberships themselves start as low as 99 cents a month. It's a great way to support the channel if you feel so inclined. Membership button should be beneath this video. But alright, that's it from me. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You guys stay frosty.